Howdy folks, Mr. Reed here, and welcome to one more question. So what we're going to be taking a look at today is multiplying a polynomial expression that's a little bit, it's got a lot more to it, I guess. I'm going to actually take a binomial times a binomial, and I'm going to subtract from that a binomial times a trinomial. Basically, the idea here is just a little extra practice in multiplying out polynomials, paired with the idea that after we're done that, we can combine together like terms and simplify the expression. So I'm gonna actually put this one at a spicy level because it basically has everything that we could ask for in terms of multiplying out a couple polynomial expressions and having to simplify it afterwards. So if that's what you're looking for, let's get to it. All right, so there it is above. It is kind of beefy looking. So as I said, binomial times binomial, subtract a binomial times a trinomial. So I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm not going to talk a lot about how to do it, but we're going to just see how it goes. So at this point, what I probably would expect from you is that you're pretty comfortable with this sort of thing. So you could pause the video, try it out, and then you could just skip to about probably like 30 seconds from the end, see how my simplified answer looks. If mine and yours are different, then it's either you or me. I'm hoping it's you. If it is me, let me know, and I'll fix it, and this video will probably just get deleted and I'll do it all over again. So let's go. 3x minus 1 multiplying x squared plus 4, subtract from that in bracket 2 plus x, as well as 5x minus 2 plus x squared. Now, this is all written kind of helter-skelter just to make a point. So the first two binomials are in descending order, so the highest power of x is first, but the other ones are both not. It really doesn't matter. So I like to think of each of these products, which is going to be first bracket times second bracket, and then the third bracket times the fourth bracket. The reason why I'm going to do those kind of first is order of operations. So I'm going to do my multiplication before I end up doing the subtraction. Again, order of operations. So I'm going to do those by using the distributive property. Some people will say binomial times binomial, use FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. There's nothing really wrong with that, but then it's really tethered to the idea of two terms multiplied by two terms. I like to think of just general distributive property, which says every single term in the first bracket is going to multiply every single term in the second bracket. Whether it's a binomial, trinomial, quadrinomial, etc., four-nomial, I guess, we would be able to use the exact same thinking. So let's just go. 3x times x squared is going to give me 3x cubed. 3x times 4 is going to give me 12x, and so the it's positive and positive, so I'm going to get plus 12x. I'm going to now move to my next term in the first bracket, which is this one right here, the minus 1. So minus 1 times x squared is going to give me negative x squared. Minus 1 times, or I use kind of minus and negative interchangeably. Hopefully that doesn't throw you. The minus 1 times positive 4 is going to give me minus 4 there. And then I have subtract, and I'm going to put in brackets because what I want to subtract from that is the entire product answer from the binomial times the trinomial. Now, I'm actually going to run into a pickle. I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to do it on the line below. So actually, I'm even going to go a step further. I'm going to put the subtraction in front of that bracket that I just made, just on the next line, because I want to be reminded that what I'm subtracting is the entire product from the binomial times the trinomial. So what that's going to do is it's going to affect every single term that's inside of this product. Let's go ahead and make that product. So 2 times 5x is going to give us 10x. 2 times negative 2 is minus 4 there. 2 times positive x squared is 2x squared. And I move on to my second term in the first bracket. X times 5x is going to give me plus 5x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. And then x times x squared is plus x cubed. So we bump that up. Power 1, power 2 multiplied together gives us power 3. I don't know. I obviously didn't think that one through before I started moving my fingers. All right, so that is the product of my binomial times my trinomial. It's all subtracted. Probably the fastest way to do a subtraction of something with that many terms in it is just to turn everything into an addition, or basically get rid of the subtraction symbol on the front by switching the sign of every single term that's inside. I'm not even going to bother simplifying yet. I'm just going to write this thing as a string of many terms without really getting into the nitty-gritty of having it simplified. I'm going to put equals on the front of those two lines because it's really just carrying over to be equal to the setup from the line before. So 3x cubed plus 12x minus x squared minus 4 minus 10x, because we're reversing the sign because the negative out front of this bracket, plus 4 minus 2x squared minus 5x squared plus 2x minus x cubed. All right, so I almost ran out of room there. Hopefully I'll be able to fit that on the board when I go to edit this. And now we're going to group together like terms. So grouping together the like terms, we're going to have some x cubes. I have 3x cubes on the front. I have minus 1x cubes at the end. Skimming through, those are the only ones I have, so that's 2x cubed. Next up, I'm going to do descending order, so I'm going to use the x squareds. I have a negative x squared there, I have a negative 2x squared there, and a negative 5x squared there. All of them are negative, 1, 2, and 5. That's going to give me negative 8x squared overall. Next up, I'm going to do my x's. I have plus 12x minus 10x. That's a grand total so far of positive 2x. And then I have another positive 2x, which is going to give me plus 4x. Last, I have negative 4 and plus 4, which actually gives me 0. The constant terms end up canceling each other out. Great. And so my final simplified answer of this larger expression is going to be 2x cubed minus 8x squared plus 4x. So they basically all work the same way if you're doing something like this. You're going to multiply out the products, and then afterwards, if you have a subtraction, then you have to be a little bit careful with the signs, because it's going to, if you get rid of the bracket, you reverse all the signs of each individual term, because you're actually subtracting a positive or subtracting a negative as we go through those. Or if it was a plus in the middle up here to begin with, it actually would be a lot easier. Then we wouldn't have to worry about that part, and all the signs would just stay the same. Simplify your answer by grouping together like terms, and you're all done. So, hopefully that was helpful to you. I'm tired from a long day teaching, apparently. So, there's some thing here about like, subscribe, and as always, take care, folks.